want.
I've heard Opal has something for you.
Like I care that you know? You his courier or something?
I am. I thought it would be better to deal with you directly.
Sit down a minute. I have a business proposal. I'm paying the Hanar more than I want. I'll bet he's paying you less than you want. Sell it to me directly.
Interesting. But exactly how much is this worth?
500 credits.
If you want to see more of the package than me beating you with it, make a serious offer.
I could snap your neck before you pull a weapon. But I like your negotiation skills. Reminds me of my father. I'll give you 750.
Not good enough. I'll take it to Opal.
Probably couldn't add up how much more you'd earn.
What sort of offer did they make you?
Good. I don't think I'm supposed to mention numbers. They'd only write them down on thin strip.
Full benefits, of course.
Ah, sure, the company takes care of its own. Full insurance, paid vacations, subsidized housing. After a year, I'd start getting stock options.
You hear about the resort then? At the equator. Bounce backing, diving, an accredited ASSA Eurofield.
If you like that sort of thing, I'd rather admire the view.
Ms. Parasini contacted me as she lifted off-world. The board will be taking me into protective custody. I expect I will be testifying in the next few days. Ms. Parasini contacted me as she lifted off-world.
I'm sorry. The hotel is off limits to those without a corporate account.
Don't hang up. Elder brother, it's me. I'm on the Varia now. I can't talk long. This call is costing 10 credits a minute. It's real time from the Traverse. Did you think it would be cheap? I need some information. There's an issue here with synthetic insights. The manager, Laura Keene, he got caught with his toes wet. The office is closed by Hanshin's administrator. I need you to see what you can find out about... Are you ready for his name? Ronadril, Gan, Swa, Folsoon, Keratin, Nar, Ead, Bella, Moeas. No, that's the administrator. The Hanshin administrator. Now, think about it. A Turian wouldn't risk getting his office closed. They don't compromise their team. That's brilliant. I think the administrator is using this Keene fella to draw flies from his own clutch. Of course I could look it up myself. But do you think I'm likely to get any unfiltered data through Novaria's own network? That, and it would take forever for any out-system search results to get back here. Thank you, Elder Brother. I have to go. Yes. I'll speak to you soon.
you want?
What's that you're drinking?
Human blood with cinnamon. Find someone else to bother. What do you want?
I've heard Opal has something for you.
Like I care that you know? You his courier or something?
I am. I thought it would be better to deal.
Sit down. I'm paying the Hanar more than I want. I'll bet he's paying you less than you want.
Interesting. But
500
exactly how?
credits.
You and I are both professionals. You know this is real.
Kids these days, they don't know what a good weapon is worth. I'll give you 750.
Deal. Pleasure doing business with you.
Likewise. Now go away. The gods wonder about people who trade packages for cash. I've got no more business with you.
Greetings, Spectre. Have you brought the package? I sold the package to Inamorta. The other did. The Spectre has cost this one much. Perhaps more than you know. This one's livelihood depends on that income. Find a legal way to make a living. You have... This one wishes the other to... Have it your way.
I would be grateful if you would finish your business and leave.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress. Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. XO Presley stands relieved. Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. XO Presley has the deck.
I heard the administrator's been arrested. Any chance you had something to do with that?
Why do you ask?
Credit where it's due. There's a lot of corruption here. Maybe this will rein it in a bit. So what can I do for you today?
I have to go.
You need anything, I'll be here. So what can I do for you today? You need anything, I'll be here.
Access to the garage is restricted.
Fine. I was just...
Have a good day. Access to the garage is restricted.
I have authorization. Excuse me.
Yes, that's genuine. Drive safely. The weather's supposed to be pretty bad out in the Alutsk Valley.
These are what the matriarch had in the crates.
Where are these things? Fan out and secure the area. No one gets in or out. What did you do here, Commander?
The Geth ambushed us, we fought back. That's it.
Geth, you expect me to... Where did they come from?
If I were to guess, the matriarch packed them in the shipping container she arrived with.
I don't believe that. We did thorough scans of those. There were no power sources, no element zero masses. If Benezia Sama's containers were packed with these things, there are many more out there.
I need numbers, Captain. A dozen? 100?
Dozens, at least. They're machines. You could pack them tightly. I must report to the executive board. If word gets out about loose Geth, there may be an investor panic.
alert. All Peak 15 facilities have suffered a great deal of damage. Biohazard materials present throughout facility. Virtual intelligence user interface offline.
Need to get the reactors back online.
Why are the turrets facing the wrong way?
They want to keep their people in as much as they want to keep others out.
What was that?
Animals, wind. This place is in bad shape.
Xenobiology is not my field. Maybe someone in the labs knows.
Startup error. Virtual intelligence user interface offline. Manual boot required.
Looks like you're trying to restore this facility. Would you like help?
You're the virtual intelligence that runs this place?
This system is monitored to respond to the name Mira. May I ask your name?
Why do you need to know?
To determine the data access available to you. Basic access is limited to non-secure queries. Secure access allows most system functions. Privileged access is available only to executives of Binary Helix.
Commander Shepard, I work for the Citadel's Special Tactics and Reconnaissance.
One moment, please. Council authority confirmed. You are entitled to secure access of all systems. Please note that queries relating to corporate secrets require privileged access. Privileged access is only available to Binary Helix executives. This system is ready to process queries. You may access me at any holographic interface within Peak 15.
I need to find Matriarch Benezia.
Lady Benezia departed on the passenger tramway to the Rift Station subsidiary labs. User alert. The tramway system is currently inoperable.
What's the situation here?
One moment, please. Diagnostics in progress. Critical failure. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. Critical failure. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger tram systems are offline. Report complete. Do you have an additional system status query?
Do you know why the reactor was shut down?
I'm sorry, but I was offline at the time. Shutdown could occur if reactor breach seems likely, or in the case of catastrophic laboratory containment failure. Emergency guidelines suggest the frigid environment will kill biological contagions. It may also damage mechanical ones.
Turn off the heat and hope the cold puts whatever you have unleashed to sleep.
What do I need to do to get the power back on?
The valves to the helium-3 fuel line must be opened. This can be done at the controls on the reactor assembly proper.
Do you know why the reactor was shut down?
I'm sorry.
That's all I need right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out. User alert. Online. How may I assist you?
Do you know why the reactor was...
Emergency guidelines suggest the frigid environment will kill biological...
What do I need to do
The
to get
valves to the helium-3 fuel line must be opened. This can be done at the controls on the reactor assembly proper.
What are the landlines, and why are they disabled?
The landlines connect my mainframes here at Central Station to the various sub-facilities of Peak 15. This allows the crew to remotely access my databases from the comfort and security of their labs. When emergency protocols were implemented within the hot labs, the cabling was automatically ejected.
How do I reconnect the landlines?
The landlines are designed for easy reconnection. The router for the landlines is on the roof of operations. Simply activate the controls and the hardware will reconnect and reboot automatically.
Tell me what happened here.
I'm sorry, but I need a more specific query.
Tell me what occurred immediately before you shut down.
Stage 1 alert issued at Hot Labs. Contaminants released from Laboratory Pod Gamma. Emergency protocols implemented. Stage 2 alert issued at Hot Labs. Isolation tube breached. Tram shut down. Landline to Hot Labs disconnected. Stage 3 alert issued locally. Contaminants in tram tunnels. Station shutdown and evacuation initiated. Code Omega sent.
What sort of contaminants escaped?
I'm sorry, Commander. Inquiries related to our research require privileged access. Only executives of Binary Helix have that level of clearance.
The creatures we've encountered here, did they come from the labs?
I'm sorry, Commander.
Inquiries related to our research require privileged access. Only executives of...
Why were you taken offline?
In the event, Peak 15 must be sterilized for security purposes. My program and data are purged.
They kill you if something goes wrong?
My systems are permanently disabled. To be killed, I would need to be alive. I am merely a database program.
I need instructions on how to repair the station.
Critical failure. Main reactor shut down in accordance with... Critical failure. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger tram systems are offline. Report complete. Do you have an additional system status query?
That's all I need right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline. Now exiting to the roof. User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. Online. How may I assist you?
Tell me what happened here.
I'm sorry, but I need a more specific query.
That's all I need.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out. Connections restored. Processing new data. User alert. Unable to connect to hot lab facilities.
Do you know why the reactor was shut?
Emergency guidelines.
Tell me what happened here.
I'm sorry, but I need a more specific query.
Give me a status report on the hot labs.
I am sorry. The network connections to the labs have been damaged. Data is limited.
What's the status of Rift Station?
Rift Station has been locked down by the staff. There are presently no contaminants within the facility.
The staff is alive then?
Yes, though the number of personnel is below the official staff count.
Why is Rift Station locked down?
Emergency procedures require each facility to isolate itself to prevent the spread of contagion. It would also appear that there are several employees quarantined for medical treatment.
If it's locked down, will I be able to enter?
The passenger trams can bring you to the facility. Further access will be at the discretion of the security forces there.
Give me a status report on the hot lab.
I am sorry. The network connections to the labs have been damaged. Data is limited.
I need instructions on how to
Critical
repair.
failure. Report complete. Do you have an additional system?
That's all I need.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. Online. Connected to subsidiary facilities.
That's all I need right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. Now entering main reactor. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Main reactor.
The AG3 fuel line's cut.
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
Turians don't like the cold, Shepard. Did I ever mention that?
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
sooner we're off this frozen world, the better.
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart. Online. Connected to subsidiary facilities. How may I assist you?
What's this about loose contaminants?
Dangerous biological agents are present in the tramway decontamination chamber. The tram station has been sealed in the interest of crew safety. Activation of the fail-safe plasma jets is recommended prior to access.
How do I activate the failsafe system?
Controls for the fail-safe systems are located in the security checkpoint outside decontamination. User alert. The fail-safe system is currently inoperable.
What would it take to get the decon failsafes operating again?
There is a hardware fault in the control system. This can be repaired on-site using a standard Omni tool.
Unlock the decontamination chamber.
User alert. Contaminants are present within the decontamination chambers. Passage is not recommended.
How do I get rid of the contaminants?
The chamber is equipped with a fail-safe system which vents a 5,000-degree Kelvin plasma. This is sufficient to sterilize any potential contagion. Unfortunately, the fail-safe system is disabled at this time.
What's the problem?
There is a hardware fault in the control system. This can be repaired
Unlock
on-site.
the decontamination chamber.
User alert. Contaminants are present within the decontamination chambers. Passage is not recommended.
How do I get rid of the contaminants?
Unfortunately, the fail-safe system
I don't have time for this. Override.
Very well, Commander. Releasing safeties. Proceed at your discretion.
Tell me what happened here.
I'm sorry, but I need a more specific query.
I need instructions on how
Critical
to...
systems are operating within normal tolerances. There are 1,473,831 faults in non-critical systems.
Tell me what occurred immediately before...
Stage 1. Stage 3 alert issued locally.
That's all I need.
Very well, Commander. Online. Connected to subsidiary...
What's this about...
The tram station has been sealed in the interest of crew safety. Activation of the fail-safe plasma jets is recommended.
You won't let us through, Decon?
Access is not recommended. However, authorized personnel may override the lock.
Tell me what happened here.
I'm sorry, but I need...
That's all I need.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out. Online. Connected to subsidiary facility.
What's this about loose...
The tram station has been sealed. User alert. The fail-safe...
What would it take to
There is a hardware fault in the control system. This can...
That's all I need.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out. Now entering decontamination and transit hub. User alert. Loose contaminants in the decontamination chamber. Access to passenger tramways inadvisable.
They're locked in.
The door...
Control group, loosen them. They're in... Can't escape. The tunnels now. We're sorry. The leads couldn't get to the struck. Get out while you can.
He killed himself because he was part of whatever happened here?
He must have felt there was no hope of surviving, that killing himself would be easier.
Online. Connected to subsidiary facility.
That's all I need.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out. Online. Connected to subsidiary facilities. How may I
Tell me what
assist?
happened here.
I'm sorry, but I need a more
That's all I need.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out. Departing Central Station. Destination, Rift Station. Now arriving at Rift Station, Binary Helix Research Facility.
Stand down. Sorry, we couldn't be sure what was on the tram.
I'd only be upset if they'd fired.
Even hopped up on stems, my people know the rule. 2 legs good, 4 legs bad. Look, you're human and that's enough that I won't shoot, but I'd like to know who you are.
My name is Shepard. I'm a Spectre.
Huh. I won't look a heavily armed horse in the mouth. The aliens overran the hot labs last week. Only Han Olar got out, and he ain't all there anymore. The first we knew, the bastards were clawing into my command post. We had a lot more staff then.
You were taken by surprise and had civilians to protect. You did a good job, Captain.
Yeah? Sure as hell doesn't feel like it. The board sent an Asari to clean up the mess. She went to the hot labs yesterday. We haven't heard from her since.
I'm not gonna let any of your people die.
All I can do is hold out here and protect the civilians. There's an emergency elevator out by the trams. This card will let you activate it. It can take you down to the hot labs. Oh, and if you need any first aid, Dr. Cohen's downstairs in the med bay.
Tell me about Rift Station.
I can't talk about everything. What do you need to know?
Tell me about the defenses here.
Secure enough that you shouldn't poke in corners.
I was just impressed with your operation. Being able to weather a week of assaults is no mean feat.
Only the best get assigned to high-security facilities like this. What impresses me most is the turrets, alarms, and cameras. They're all routed through a central location out by the quarantine labs. One guy can lock down the whole facility. The security hub's the last logical fallback, and we'd have cover from the turrets all the way.
What kind of research is done here?
Beats me. I'm not supposed to know. So long as people don't start dying, it's not my problem.
What can you tell me about the aliens?
Ask Dr. Olar. He's the only one who made it out of the hot labs. He's the only Volus left in here.
I need to know more about the situation in the hot labs.
The facility's off the network. The only way to find out would be to send scouts down the elevator, and I won't send my people to their death.
Did the aliens come from inside the facility, or did they attack from outside?
You want my personal opinion? Labs like that exist to do stupid crap that gets people killed.
Tell me about the structure of the hot labs.
It's built into one of the glaciers further down the mountain. Real old, thick, stable one. Something goes wrong, they heat it up and sink it into the ice. Normally, the crew gets to the labs using a tram from Central Station. We've got an elevator that connects directly, but it's for emergency use only. Listen. I'm not sending my people down there. It's too dangerous. You understand?
How are your people holding up?
We weren't expecting the initial wave. They made it inside. We lost some good people. Those of us left are short-handed. We've kept order by long shifts and stems. I don't like it, but I don't see an alternative.
You're certain the matriarch is still in the hot labs?
She hasn't come back here. You came through Central Station, so she ain't there.
I've got work to do.
Yeah, I hear that. Hell! Man the perimeter! Thanks for the help. Every few hours, a group comes up the tram tunnel. It's actually better since we locked down the elevator.
I'll do whatever I can.
I don't know why they keep throwing themselves against our defenses. Even animals should learn not to stick their noses where it hurts.
I'd kill for a P-204. Just hold down the trigger and zap! Hallway full of flash-boiled bugs.
did they come from? Were they in the lab? I never went in the high security areas.
You're not gonna go to the hot labs, are you? That stain in the corner is where Ellie died. I wanted to ask her out, but I never. Look at the guard over there. Look at his hands. See them twitching?
My contract was up. I was going home.
If the bugs don't get us, one of Ventralis' people is gonna flip out and kill us.
They'll be coming for me. I know they will.
You're not gonna go to the hot labs, are you? That stain in the corner is where Ellie died.
That matriarch's dead. Everyone's dead over there. I tried to tell her, but she pressed down on my brains. Where did they come from? Were they in the lab? I never went in the high security areas. My contract was up. I was going home.
What?
You're a member of the science teams?
Recently transferred, yes.
What do you do here?
Molecular genetics. I specialize in biotic-enhanced allele-specific hybridization.
You seem less upset at this situation than the others.
That is one of the virtues of the meditation you interrupted.
You're a member of the science
Recently
team?
transferred, yes.
Do you know Matriarch Benezia?
Why ask me and not your friend?
Because I do not know anything about the matriarch.
Then why would I?
Tell me about yourself.
I am Alestia Alice from the University of Arraeus. Is there anything in particular you want to know, or should I just spout random facts?
Did I interrupt something?
I was meditating. I suppose to a species as brash as yours, it would appear to be inattention.
Tell me about yourself.
I am Alestia Alice from the University of Arraeus.
No need to be so rude.
You are interrupting my meditations. Precisely how—
Sorry, I'll leave.
Then I will return to my meditations.
Uncertain. I welcome you. Cautiously, I am curious to know what you're doing here.
I heard there were some problems up here.
Furtively, I am concerned about the state of our guards. Many have been awake for days, or now, with forced cheer. I still have a limited supply of equipment to sell.
This doesn't seem like the time for commerce.
With nervous amusement. I have nothing else to do. Why not continue to run my kiosk?
Let's have a look.
Regretfully, most of my stock is being appropriated by Captain Ventralis. Relieved. It's pleasant to
Let's have a look.
regretfully.
What? No! Sorry, I haven't had much sleep since the attack. Is there something you need?
What sort of work do you do here?
I can't say. I signed a non-disclosure agreement. If we survive, I'd like to keep my job. The location is terrible, but the pay is better than any other commercial lab.
You're not happy on Peak 15?
The outside world doesn't exist here, just walls of ice and rock. There's only the work, the discovery. It's easy to forget why science is guided by ethics. Maybe we're paying for that now.
What do you know about the hot labs?
Nothing, I didn't work there. As far as I know, Han Olar was the only survivor.
Is he in the medical ward?
No, he's staying in the science team's quarters. Be gentle with him. He had a trying experience.
What do you do here?
I'm a toxicologist. I can't talk about my work. Not that I'm doing anything since the accident.
There was an accident here?
I can't talk about what happened. Not here. Too public. Talk to Dr. Cohen in the medical ward. He was the project lead.
I'm looking for an Asari.
Asari? Well, there's Dr. Ayalis over there. There's also our guest, Lady Benezia. Captain Ventralis might know where she is.
How are you holding up?
It would be petty to complain after showering off a coworker's brain. None of us have had enough sleep since the attack. Of course, not all of us have guns.
I'll talk to you later.
Remember to report any suspicious noises.
Warning, Watchdog protocol is active.
Science pukes. She just bug out and leave to die. Bug out.
This system is online and ready to provide emergency services.
We don't need anything right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out.
What do you want?
I didn't mean to bother you.
No, you did nothing wrong. I'm just distracted.
What happened to these people?
They're suffering from a toxin. There was an accident. I have a non-disclosure agreement. I shouldn't discuss it with anyone outside of the company.
But you're going to, because I might be able to help.
And I'd like to think that the company finds our lives more valuable than their secrets. You know Mira, the VI for Peak 15? She handles the safety protocols for our experiments here.
We reactivated her on our way through Central Station.
That was you? I'm grateful. Until she came online, the automatic equipment wouldn't work. We lost the connection to Mira in the middle of an experiment and the quarantine failed. These three were exposed to a toxin, something we were working on.
I understand your caution, but I need details. What you say won't go beyond these walls.
It's a bioweapon, based on an exotic life form discovered on the frontier. They wanted something that could kill the creature. But there was no profit in something that kills one species on the frontier. We kept working on it and adapted it to affect more species. Thoros B is highly infectious, but can't pass from one person to another, like a biowar attack without a pandemic spread.
It doesn't matter how safe you make it. Biological weapons are illegal.
Militaries, governments, they'll get this kind of weapon one way or another, and we're trying to limit the damage. I know you can't see that.
Is there a cure, Doctor? A treatment?
Our first priority was getting it working. We were close to synthesizing an antidote when Mira went down. Our notes and equipment are locked in the quarantine labs. Captain Ventralis doesn't want to risk more contamination.
Is he right to keep people out?
No, the toxin has a brief period of viability. After that, it breaks down into simple protein chains. But he won't listen to me.
I want access to the maintenance area.
I suppose. It's not allowed, but there's nothing back there. If you can save these men, I'll do that for you.
I'll talk to him. Maybe I can convince him to let me try.
I can't ask you to do this officially, but if you can do anything, I'd appreciate it.
How's the science team holding up?
Better than Ventralis' guards. They've been on alert since the first attack. I've been administering stims at their request. But every species needs to sleep. They're getting twitchy, irrational.
Are you the doctor here?
I'm a doctor, but not the doctor. My specialty is microbiology, not first aid. We had a medic, Dr. Salah, but we lost him. The automatics can handle basic treatment. Mira runs them.
Talk to you later.
I hope you can do something.
This system is online and ready to provide emergency services.
Think you could run that equipment for us?
Certainly, Commander. One moment, please. This system is online and ready to provide emergency. Certainly, Commander. One moment, please.
Yes?
What's on your mind? Remember to report any suspicious noises.
Gotta keep the mood light. I mean, if you don't laugh, you'll... yeah, you just have to.
We were running on batteries before the connection to Central was restored. I'm more afraid of the guards now. They've been getting twitchy. I used to have nightmares like this. Too many cheap horror.
I should have taken my vacation. No, I had to get those last few alleles nailed down. It could be worse, right? I could be one of those guys in the med bay.
We were running on batteries.
You'll do something about those things, right?
You came to find out about them, didn't you?
And you would be?
I'm Olar. Han Olar.
I need to know more about those things out there.
About the Rachni?
Rachni? That's preposterous.
You're involved in this. What can you tell me?
They found it in a derelict ship. An egg. Waiting since the last battles. They brought it here.
Shut up! God, you want to get us killed?
I don't have any control over who lives or dies here. Do you?
If you're gonna be crazy, be the quiet kind.
Crazy? I'm sane. God, am I sane.
I need to know everything about the Rachni.
I told you all I can. We brought the Rachni back from the dead. In retrospect, a bad decision.
How can I get into the maintenance area?
A team lead would have access, like Dr. Cohen. He's in the medical bay.
I heard you were at the hot labs. How did you make it out alive?
I killed her.
Who?
Doctors on Muir. We were going to lunch when the alarms went off. I ran into the tram, and I closed the doors. She banged on the window once, then they sliced her to pieces. Her head came apart like a melon. I closed the door. I killed her.
Tell me what you know. I'll make your survival mean something.
You think I want absolution? There is none.
Could Matriarch Benezia survive in the hot labs?
It's possible. The specimens were sensitive to biotics.
I'll be leaving now.
Yeah.
I'm more afraid of the guards now. They've been getting twitchy.
You're not part of the crew.
Call me Shepard. I'm a Spectre, sent by the Citadel.
There aren't any human specters. Look, Plague doesn't care who you are. This lab is under quarantine. I told you to leave. You know what's in there? You want to kill us all? I've had 4 hours of sleep in the last 3 days. I don't need this. And I thought this was gonna be a quiet shift. I told you to leave. You know what's in there? You want to kill us all?
Something you need?
I've heard about the problems in the quarantine lab. I'd like to recover the toxin cure.
God, I wish we could help those guys. I really do, but we can't risk contamination now.
Dr. Cohen says there's no risk of contamination.
All right, you want to gamble with your life, you're not under my command. I'll have the guard let you in, but he'll lock the door behind you. He'll run a full scan before he'll let you out. If there are any anomalies, you stay in there.
Those are reasonable precautions.
I'll radio ahead to let the guard know. Good luck.
I've got work to do.
You and me both.
Been counting your kills? I'm up to 24.
What?
I'll be leaving now.
Yeah.
What do you want?
I have Ventralis's permission to go in there.
Yeah, he radioed. He also said you have to prove you're not contaminated to get out. You got a death wish? You should stand watches on the barricade.
Your mission ends here, Shepard.
Ambush.
What happened to Ventralis's man?
I didn't have permission to come in. He got in my way. I was ordered to eliminate you should the opportunity arise. And here you are, trapped in this lab. Weapons free!
They came out of there.
You mean the inorganics the Asari had with her?
Venezia brought them with her.
How can I get into the maintenance?
A team lead would have access.
I'll be leaving now.
Yeah.
I used to have nightmares.
Gotta keep the mood light. I mean, if you don't laugh, you'll... yeah, you just have to.
You're not gonna go to the hot...
Where did they come from? Were they in the lab? I never went in the high security areas.
Is that the cure? You did it?
That Asari scientist, the one in the mess hall, she just tried to kill us.
Alestia? That's unbelievable. Well, I don't know much about her. She arrived a month ago. One of the shareholders pulled strings to get her here.
Let me guess. Saren the Spectre.
Yes. I think that was the name. I don't pay attention to the other research teams. Look, the guards, they've been more on edge since you got here. I think they were expecting you. And there are more labs in the back. The guards won't even let me back there. Just people with clearance.
What about the maintenance area? Do you have access to that?
The maintenance area? Yes. Take my pass. But there's just snow back there. Let me see that file. An extension on Philip's work? I thought he was on the right track. I can't thank you enough. That... Oh, God, what a cliché. You saved their lives, do you know that?
That's what I'm here for. Forget about it.
I need to administer this. Thanks again.
This system is online and ready to provide emergency...
Think you could run that equipment for us?
Certainly, Commander. One moment, please.
Something you need?
I was attacked by the Asari who was in here. She killed your guard.
Dr. Ayalis? But she seemed like the most stable one here.
She was a huntress pledged to the matriarch. A group of Geth were with her.
Geth? I didn't know. God's honest truth, I thought she was just another egghead. Son of a bitch.
How are your people holding
We weren't
up?
expecting. Those of us left are short-handed.
I've got work to do.
You and me both.
You do not know the privilege of being a mother. There is power in creation. To shape a life, turn it toward happiness or despair. Her children were to be ours, raised to hunt and slay Saren's enemies. I won't be moved by sympathy, no matter who you bring into this confrontation.
Liara's here because she's a member of my crew.
Indeed. What have you told him about me, Liara?
What could I say, Mother? That you're insane? Evil? Should I explain how to kill you? What could I say?
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
I can't believe you'd kill your own daughter.
I now realize I should have been stricter with her. This is not over. Saren is unstoppable. My mind is filled with his light. Everything is clear.
Start talking, Venezia. What's Saren's next move?
I will not betray him. You will. You must listen. Saren still whispers in my mind. I can fight his compulsions, briefly, but the indoctrination is strong.
Are you saying he brainwashed you?
People are not themselves around Saren. You come to idolize him, worship him. You will do anything for him. The key is Sovereign, his flagship. It is a dreadnought of incredible size, and its power is extraordinary.
Sovereign's not like other ships. Where did it come from?
I cannot say. The Geth did not build it. Its technology is far more advanced than that of any known species. The longer you stay aboard, the more Saren's will seems correct. You sit at his feet and smile as his words pour into you. It is subtle at first. I thought I was strong enough to resist. Instead, I became a willing tool, eager to serve. He sent me here to find the location of the Mu relay. Its position was lost thousands of years ago.
How does something that big go missing?
4,000 years ago, a star nearby went supernova. The shockwave propelled the relay out of its system, but did not damage it. Its precise vector and speed are impossible to determine. As millennia passed, The nebula created by the nova enveloped the relay. It is difficult to find any cold object in interstellar space, particularly something swathed in hot dust and radiation.
Someone on Noveria found it?
2,000 years ago, the Rachni inhabited that region of our galaxy. They discovered the relay. The Rachni can share memories across generations. Queens inherit the knowledge of their mothers. I took the location of the relay from the Queen's mind. I was not gentle.
You can still make it right. Give me the information.
I was not myself, but I should have been stronger. I transcribed the data to an OSD. Take it, please.
Knowing the relay's coordinates is not enough. Do you know where he planned to go from there?
Saren wouldn't tell me his destination. But you must find out quickly. I transmitted the coordinates to him before you arrived. You have to stop me. I can't. His teeth are at my ear. Fingers on my spine. You should. You should.
Mother! Don't leave! Fight him!
You've always made me proud, Liara. Die!
You know what's in there? You want to kill us all? I've had 4 hours of sleep in the last 3 days. I don't need this.
What?
I'll be leaving now.
What?
Do you know Matriarch Benez?
Why ask
Because
me?
I do not know
Then why would I?
That's all for now.
Then I will return to my meditations.
Something you need?
I've heard about the
God,
problem.
I wish we could help those guys. I really do, but we can't risk contamination.
Dr. Cohen says
He'll run a full scan before he'll let you out. If
Those are reasonable.
I'll radio ahead to let the guard know. You and me both.
What do you want? You got a death wish? You should stand watches on the barricade.
Your mission ends here, Shepard.
Ambush.
What happened to Ventralis's man?
I didn't have permission to come in. He got in my way. I was ordered to eliminate you should the opportunity arise. Weapons free!
They came out of there.
That door's locked. How can I get in?
A team lead would have access?
I'll be leaving now.
Yeah.
Is that the cure? You did it?
That Asari scientist?
I don't...
Let me guess.
Yeah. Look, there are more labs in the back. The guards won't even let me back there. Just people with clearance.
What about the maintenance area?
The maintenance area? Let me see that file. I can't thank you enough. That... Oh, God, what a cliche. You saved their lives, do you know that?
Could you spare a few medical packs? They're worth their weight in gold up here.
You didn't get these from me. Ventralis wanted them saved for his people. I need to administer this. Thanks again.
sooner we are...
They seem to be coming along well.
They don't look much better.
It'll take time for them to recover.
Good news. I'll see you around.
Of course. Be careful. They seem to be coming along well.
Good news. I'll see you.
Of course. They seem to be coming along. They seem to be coming along well.
How's the science team holding up?
Better than Ventralis's guard. I've been administering stim. Of course.
This system is online and ready to provide. Certainly, Commander. One moment, please.
Something you need?
I was attacked by the Asari.
Dr. Ayalis.
She was a huntress pledged to the matriarch.
Geth? I didn't know. God's honest truth, I thought she was just another egghead.
I've got work to do.
You and me both.
Warning. Watchdog protocol is active.
No! Don't touch me!
No!
Nervously, I will keep my head down.
Get away from me!
We can't have any shooting in here.
Warning. Watchdog protocol is active.
I won't be moved by sympathy, no matter who you bring into this confrontation.
Liara's here because she's a member of my crew.
Indeed.
What could I say, Mother?
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few.
I can't believe...
I now realize... This is not over. Saren is unstoppable. My mind is filled with his light. Everything is clear.
Start talking, Venezia. What's...
You must listen. Saren still whispers in my mind. I can fight his compulsions, briefly, but the indoctrination is strong.
How can he compel you? He's not even here.
People are not themselves around Saren. The key is Sovereign, his flagship. It is a dreadnought of incredible size, and its power...
The ship that attacked Eden Prime? I didn't think anything that size could land on a planet.
It has a very powerful Mass Effect drive. The longer you stay aboard, it is so... He sent me here to find the location of the Mu relay. Its position was lost thousands of years ago.
Someone on Noveria found it?
2000. The Rachni can share memories across generations. I took the location of the relay from the Queen's mind. I was not gentle.
How did the Rachni find it?
They searched patiently. They are territorial creatures, driven to close any possible way into their systems.
Why does Saren need the Mu relay?
He believes it will lead him to the conduit. I would tell you more if I could, but Saren did not share his counsel with me. I was merely a servant to his cause.
You can still make it right. Give me the information.
I was not myself.
Knowing the relay's coordinates...
Saren, you have to stop me.
Mother! Don't leave! Fight him!
You've always made me... die! I cannot go on. You will have to stop him, Shepard.
Hold on. We've got Netagel. Maybe we can...
No. He is still in my mind. I am not entirely myself. I never will be again.
Mother!
Good night, little wing. I will see you again with the dawn. No light. They always said there would be a...
Faster than light, Sovereign is the flagship of the rogue Spectre's Saren. An enormous dreadnought larger than any other ship in any known fleet, it is crewed with both Geth and Krogan. At 2 kilometers long, its spinal-mounted main gun is likely capable of penetrating another dreadnought's kinetic barriers with a single shot. How Saren acquired this incredible warship is unknown. The prevailing opinion is that Sovereign is a Geth construct, while others believe it is a Prothean relic. Its design, however, hints at a more alien and mysterious origin. The attack on Eden Prime demonstrated Sovereign's ability to generate mass effect fields powerful enough to land on a planetary surface. This implies it has a massive Element Zero core and the ability to generate staggering amounts of power.
This one serves as our voice. We cannot sing. Not in these low spaces. Your musics are colorless.
Who am I speaking to here?
We are the mother. We sing for those left behind. The children you thought silenced. We are Rachni.
Did you order your people to kill the science team?
No, we were locked away here. The children are beyond our songs. They have been lost to silence. The children we birthed were stolen from us before they could learn to sing. They are lost to silence. And their suffering, they cannot be saved. They will only cause harm as they are.
I don't understand. Why are your children killing people?
These needlemen, they stole our eggs from us. They sought to turn our children into beasts of war, claws with no songs of their own. Our elders are comfortable with silence. Children know only fear if no one sings to them. Fear has shattered their minds.
I understand. A child left alone in a closet until she is 16 would not be sane.
If you're sure they can't be saved.
It is lamentable, but necessary. Do what you must. Before you deal with our children, we stand before you. What will you sing? Will you release us? Are we to fade away once more?
The Rachni were a threat to the galaxy. Those tanks are filled with acid. If she gets out of hand, they dissolve her.
They made a mistake. They let the Krogan go too far. This is a chance for us to atone. She has done nothing to us.
Your companions hear the truth. You have the power to free us, or return our people to the silence of memory.
If I let you live, would you attack other races again?
No. I do not know what happened in the war. We only heard discordance, songs the color of oily shadows. We would seek a hidden place to teach our children harmony. If they understand, perhaps we would return.
Are you a survivor from the war? A clone?
We do not know. We were only an egg, hearing Mother cry in our dreams. A tone from space hushed one voice after another. It forced the singers to resonate with its own sour yellow note. Then we awoke in this place, the last echo of those who came out from the singing planet. The sky is silent.
I won't destroy your entire race. You'll go free.
You will give us the chance to compose anew? We will remember. We will sing of your forgiveness to our children.
Well, well. Tartakovsky is a very interesting name.
Are you here to secure the situation?
How are you holding up?
You must listen to me. If we do not contain our mistake, they will drop bombs from the battle stations. You understand?
I don't understand anything yet. What were you doing here?
Binary Helix found an egg. It was on a derelict ship, thousands of years drifting. This was Rachni's ship. Inside they find many eggs in cryogenic suspension.
They brought it here to wake it up?
Binary Helix planned to clone Rachni, mass produce them, create an army. But when they get here, they find this egg is not a common Rachni. It is a queen. After she lays eggs, they move her to Rift Station. They are thinking that without her, they can raise the babies to be obedient.
Hold on. Don't you need a male to get eggs?
Queens are born carrying the genetic code of their fathers. Eggs are carried away from the colony to hatch alone. Queens can lay eggs in hours and have a colony in days. This is how they spread so quickly.
Separating them from their mother didn't work.
This was exactly the wrong thing to do. I am thinking that without a queen, Rachni do not develop properly. Her mind is shaping theirs. These Rachni are uncontrollable.
Then all we need to do is bring her here.
No, I am sorry, but this will not work. These Rachni are beyond saving. It is a sad thing, but they must be euthanized. I am thinking that the neutron purge must be set off.
I'm not familiar with the purge system.
It creates bursts of neutron radiation, kills everything within the station. Things beyond get genetic damage of varying degree.
Once the purge is armed, we'll have to fight our way out. Give us a minute to patch up and rearm.
Sure. I wait here. I am not so much good for searching now, yes? Mother always say I would meet a bad end.
Connecting. I have full access to the facility and am at your disposal.
I need information on the neutron purge.
The neutron purge is a fail-safe system installed within the isolation tube area. In the event of irretrievable containment loss, it is used to resolve the situation.
What exactly does this thing do?
The purge is a neutron burst weapon. 2 volumes of fissionable materials are brought together to form a critical mass. Most of the energy is released in the form of high-speed neutrons. This radiation is instantly lethal to any known form of life within 500 meters.
We would be wise to avoid touching any controls without reading the instructions.
That is advisable for all systems within this facility.
How many Rachni are in here?
I'm sorry, the sensor network is too damaged to provide an accurate count.
Give me your best guess.
Guessing is beyond my design parameters, Commander.
Are there any survivors in here?
Lady Benezia, an executive secretary of Binary Helix, is on the operations deck. There are no other living crew members within the lab structure.
What's the status of the facility?
Containment breach in Laboratory Pod Gamma. The neutron purge system is functional, but has not been armed.
We're moving on.
Logging you out, Commander.
am feeling not so well.
I'm not familiar with the
It
purge.
creates bursts of neutron radiation. Kills everything within the station.
Once the purge...
Mother always say I would meet a bad end. I am feeling not so well.
How do we set off the purge?
Arming controls are nearby. All you do is insert the key. Then I will give Mira the start.
I was thinking there was a way to save him, so I was looking into it, but I just realised he probably has a key or something that I need to initiate the purge. That's my guess. In fact, if I loaded... I just want to check. I'm just gonna go check.
Are you here to secure the situation?
How are you holding up?
You must listen to me. If we do not contain our mistake...
I don't understand anything.
Binary Hill. This was Rachni's ship. Inside they find many eggs in cryogenic suspension.
They brought it here to wake it up.
But when they... After she lays eggs, they move her to Rift Station.
Hold on.
Queens can lay eggs in hours and have a colony in days.
Separating them from
I am thinking that without a queen, Rachni do not develop properly.
Then all we need to do
no,
is...
these Rachni are beyond saving. It is a sad
I'm not familiar with the purge.
It creates bursts of neutron radiation. Kills
So if I do that, then he dies. So
things beyond get
once the purge is armed, we'll have to fight him.
Mother always
so
say
now, if I go over here...
Connecting. I have full access to the facility.
I need
The
information.
neutron purge is a fail-safe system installed within the isolation tube area.
What exactly does this
The
thing
purge is a neutron burst. Most of the energy.
We would be wise to avoid
That is advisable for all systems within this facility.
How many Rachni?
I'm sorry, the sensor network.
Give me your best
guessing is beyond my design parameters, Commander.
Are there any survivors?
Lady, there are no other living crew members within the lab structure.
What's the status of the
Containment
facility?
breach and laboratory.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
Who would have the code?
Director of Operations, Yaroslav Tartakovsky.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
Sic Semper Turbit.
That is not the correct code. Please report to security for arrest and interrogation.
Who would have those codes?
Director of Operations, Yaroslav...
We're moving on.
Okay.
Logging you out, Commander.
I should have saved it earlier. Try. Yaroslav. Time to die.
I am feeling not so well.
How do we set up?
Arming controls are nearby. All you do is insert the key. Then I will give Mira the start.
Online. How can I help you?
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
Code input 875-020-079. Code Omega. Local execution.
Verified. Code Omega execution in 120 seconds.
What's our next move, Commander? Head for the Mu relay?
The Mu relay could link to dozens of systems. Unless we know exactly where Saren's going, we'd just be wasting our time.
The commander is right. We cannot rush off blind. We still need to learn more about Saren.
Who put you in charge? Did the commander resign when I wasn't looking?
We're all on the same team here, Williams. She's just trying to help.
Sorry, Commander.
This is a tough mission. We're all on edge. Everyone go get some rest. Crew, dismissed.
Novaria report is away, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Is this report accurate, Commander? You found Rachni on Novaria?
And then released the Queen. Do you have any idea what you've done? How many generations until they overrun the galaxy?
This Queen is different. She understands why her kind had to be wiped out last time around.
I hope you're right, Shepard. Our children's children will pay the price if you're not.
We'll be waiting for your next report, Commander.
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
Is it the Ambassador?
It's not his signature. I think it's from the Council. I'll patch it through to the comm room. Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority.
Is it the Ambassador?
It's not his signature. I think it's from the Council. I'll patch it through to the comm room.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
I'll take all the help I can get.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Pharos is a Vermeer is a lush world located on the frontier of the Attican Traverse. Its vast seas and orbital position on the inner life zone have created a wide equatorial band of humid, tropical terrain. Only the political instability of the region has impeded efforts at colonization. Many times the Citadel has opened negotiations to settle Vermeer with various criminal gangs and petty dictatorships in the nearby Terminus systems. All fell apart due to internal power shifts within the opposing parties. The Citadel has written off the colonization of Vermeer as impossible without significant political change. The Terminus powers themselves are unlikely to ever settle Vermeer. Most lack the resources to support settlement of a virgin world, finding it more expedient to steal from their neighbors than build for themselves.
Yes, Commander?
Carry on, Presley.